Hello and welcome back to the Book Plays, our Primordia playthrough as part of Wadjet Wednesday. Actually, let's make that a little bit bigger. Alright. We seem very stuck, we can't get this bomb to go off. And the robot friend is not helping me.
Leave it alone. I can't see it. I can't.
You know, boss, we still haven't looked inside that dome we found.
I agree. We're trying to open it. We can't activate the bomb. It would make sense to activate the bomb remotely, but we can't do that because this is dead.
Radio transmitter. Looks like.
And we don't know if it also needs a code. It's suggested that it needs a code by the fact that we know that some part of a detonation process... Where were we? Was 6. Goliath had... that the detonation prefix was 6.
Strange.
But beyond that, I have nothing. We have a recharge shrine, like a recharge station in our ship, but it won't let us recharge the remote detonator.
Better just to leave it alone. It's a giant sheet of obsidian. Something must have melted the sand here a long time ago. Maybe that bomb?
One of the bombs melted the sand into a big blob of obsidian.
It's a relative.
It's a...
Indeed. Nothing worth salvaging.
I don't... Is that really the best idea?
Yes, it is.
We don't have anything to...
Oil sludge is the result of oxidation and or contamination of engine oil. It becomes thick gel that sticks to engine parts. Still, it shouldn't work like that. But it's not described as oil sludge, it's described as grease. Right? It's described as the lubricating bit. Grumble, 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 grumble. Grease.
Some very sticky grease.
Saying dry water, but
I've tried patching this a dozen different...
Boss, you're gonna find a way to detonate the bomb from a distance, right?
what if I try and use the remote detonator on the bomb when I'm in the area? What is it telling me? I can't target bomb here, right? I hover over this, and there's no, like, target... I can't target the bomb.
The transmitter's dead. The transmitter's dead.
Maybe we're meant to find a location we haven't been to yet? Like, there are possibly 999 different locations minus the couple that we've checked that could be somewhere we haven't been.
The crystal. Ever Faithful told me. Ever Faithful. I took the bomblet in ring. One of Ever Faithful's. I took the bomblet in ring B325.
Can we go talk to Goliath again?
Goliath?
I don't think he wants.
No.
The transmitter.
What if I present you this decryption
How would that
module?
even work? Goliath?
I don't. You know, boss, we still haven't.
We haven't. I really wish we had, little robot. Have we tried using decryption on ourselves? I don't think we are an item. Like, I'm not an item in the world. Because the way these games work is the background. I mean, I suppose the little robot friend is an item. But I'm not an item. I suppose I could try and decrypt little robot friend.
Why bother? I'll need to get a closer look to see how it fits together. A universal sock. A universe. Maybe I can find some other use for. It still needs a CPU to hook into and some kind of display.
Okay. That. Screen.
Well, boss, you did it again.
It's a mobile energy sensor. I just need to wave it over something to see if it has a power source. It's a mobile...
So I can go steal the batteries now from the lights in the junkyard?
It's not detecting any... It's not detecting any... It's not detect... It's detecting energy.
What about if we use it on... Yeah, it didn't... How are we meant to know that we're meant to make some sort of energy detecting sensor?
It's not detect... It's detecting energy. It's not detect... It's not detect... It's not detect... It's not detect... It's detecting energy.
Ay, ay, ay.
It's not detecting any energy. It's not detect. It's detecting energy. It's detecting energy. It's detecting.
How does this help me?
It's detecting. It's not detect. I've never been able.
Can we use the decoding machine on this thing?
Futile.
However, maybe now that we've made progress in assembling our metal energy detector, little guy might give a new hint.
Hey, boss, let's try using that mobile sensor to search the junk pile. It'll do our work for us.
Oh, thank God, a new hint. Rather than the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb, the bomb.
It's not detecting any energy.
Hey, you found something.
Oh, I thought that was just in response to me clicking it, but
There's
it's...
no way I can reach that.
Well, little guy...
Hey, boss, let's try using that...
No, I want to use you on flying that pipe thing.
Crispin, go and see if you can find the power source.
You have got to be kidding me.
What is it?
A battery. A besotting battery.
Well, I need one for my radio transmitter. Needle in a haystack. Yeah, no, get out of here. Battery on this.
Maybe someday the transmitter will give us a power source in return, huh, boss?
Very funny.
Now can I use
There's
these?
nothing there to receive. A pretty basic radio transmitter. By playing with the settings, I can send up to a 4-digit signal.
6. 6, go to our bomb. No, don't walk up to it, but use this on door.
Hopefully I can remotely detonate the bomb.
He says as he walks up to the bomb. Oh, he's gonna go hide behind the anti-aircraft
Crispin, get back.
gun. Six.
No luck.
What else do we know about the bomb? My bomb is 325, so maybe it's 6325.
Crispin, get...
Ooh, I told you that paperweight would be helpful.
No, you said it was explosive.
I'm pretty sure that explosive and helpful are synonyms, boss.
Right. Well, let's see what we've opened up here.
Still no idea how we were meant to know to build the energy detecting battery wand.
Better just to leave it alone.
Think Big Ugly's in there?
If he is, so's our power core.
Maybe we should go back and get another bomb from the shrine first.
We don't need a bomb, and we don't want him to get any farther away. Come on.
What is this place?
There's nothing worth bothering with.
Looks like a turnstile.
Nothing happens. Looks like it controls the... There seems to be a card slot in the...
Okay, something that wants a card
A
slot.
small ticket booth. Looks retrofitted.
Welcome to Metropole Reclamation Artery Junction 8B.
Who are you?
I am official MetroPass booth 478B.
You're a ticket dispensary, right?
Negative. I am official MetroPass booth 478B.
One ticket, please.
Please use the scanner to your right. Five megacycles collected. You may collect your MetroPass now.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
Use train ticket on turnstile.
Boss, did you ever consider that sometimes I just run out of clever ideas?
No. You are an endless fountain of wit and sometimes useful hints.
Train 173, red line to Metropole. All aboard.
See, boss, there is a train to Metropole.
So there is.
All aboard.
So, what's the plan, boss?
There is no plan, Crispin. No plan and no choices. We need power, and there's nowhere left to look out here. Energy for all it is.
Hooray! Well, someone clearly disapproved of something.
No somethings. Probably Dino Crisis.
A very large M.
You know, boss, sometimes it seems like the world is half full of junk.
Or half empty of junk.
Does that make you an optimist or a pessimist?
Yes, the world is half empty of junk. Okay, seems like we have to go on a board. There's nothing there. Trains, indeed. We're off to City of Light, City of Magic. Metropole.
Look at all those lights. It's amazing, boss.
It's trouble. Trust me.
Sweet, sweet trouble. This is Metropole? Where's all the glass and light?
I mean, we are in the
Oh, here it
train
is.
station. Yeah. Yeah, there's no further that way. Oh, we are really tiny on this
I'd say
screen.
it's more red than brown.
Whatever it is, it brings new meaning to rust and ruin.
Metropole's bleak skyline. Metropole's... some kind of blast crater. It's no longer operational. Why would someone put a cannon inside a subway station?
Probably for training purposes.
Ba-dum-bum.
Training purposes, get it?
I
got
do.
it.
I do gets it. Super Cheese would approve.
It's a clock. I can't make out the time under all the dust and soot.
Can we send Crispin up to clean it?
Crispin, could you check what that clock says?
He levitates his way up. He comes back and he tells us...
It stopped at 5 minutes to 2.
5 minutes to 2. Does that get added to our data list? Yes. It seems like we might have been the murderer, Miss Morrigan Nightshade, that we were part of the ship that was dropping the bombs on
Really
everyone?
roll out the red carpet for visitors.
Maybe?
Boss, the energy sensor is going crazy.
It's coming from the top of that tower.
Boss? Is it supposed to be doing that?
Assad,
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
let's go find out.
Welcome to Metropole, the
City
city
of
of glass
Mag-
and light.
Can you tell...
This one is not programmed to
City of
respond to
Light,
queries.
City of Magic.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light. Metromind greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter. You are safe. Records indicate an outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
Let go of him. Hey!
What did it take? We don't have the
All
Bible.
contraband has been removed.
We gave the Bible
are
to the religious fanatic robot.
Boss?
Oh, he's bleeding.
Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
I'm fine. My optical sensors went haywire for a minute. What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said,
That
"Welcome
doesn't
to
make sense. The
Metropole."
robot,
Again.
the other
And
robot
the
already took our
Metromind
gospel.
wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Assad.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
Crispin, the next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
Good thing I have a hover unit.
Let's go find a way into that tower. We'll deal with this Metromind later.
Hey, Tyra, over here.
Are we really a robot? Maybe we're not really a robot.
Hey,
Big
Tyra,
yellow
over
robot.
here.
Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
It's a big blue cup. They're taps for dispensing oil. It's a price list for the oils, solvents, and catalysts they offer here. At the bottom, it says that all payments must be made through an account with Metromind, which I don't plan on opening. High-end astringent and catalytic fluid.
Boss, I need that arm.
Crispin, it appears to be a self-aware robot.
Now I need it even more. Can you imagine? The adventures of Crispin and his arm. For once, I would have a sidekick. He would crack jokes, and I would say lame things like,
Ooh.
"It appears to be a self-aware robot."
Ooh, our little helper's throwing
Second
more
thought,
shade.
You can be the serious one, I'll be the sidekick.
The mug belongs... I'd have to...
Would it not have been better to
Hey,
have destroyed
Tyra,
ourselves gloriously in battle, rather than perpetuate this false existence?
What do you...
Yes. The answer is yes.
Boss, I think someone left the smart off that smart bomb. I wouldn't expect much
Hey,
conversation out of
Tyra,
him.
over here.
Sounds like this guy wants our attention.
Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dudes?
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home. Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metromind? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's man. That floater there, I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing you might have that I want is information.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
Who are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Steeplebill. Version 7. You?
Horatio No Build, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I'd build someone named Ever Faithful Crispy?
Crispy?
What are
Do
you
you
selling?
sell?
Bartering, not selling. Metromine don't tax bartering. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
Got a tax avoider.
That's a water chip. Scavenger brought it in from the dunes. I traded for a gek.
A what?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone
Ooh,
water.
Fallout references.
That's a water chip. I traded for a gek.
I'll trade you a water chip for a gek. Classic.
Now that's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Let you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy. Find me that, you got yourself a deal. That old boy's a
Maybe our...
I know what it is.
Well, okay then. Bring me something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
Good idea, Leopold. You'd look much better with a mask.
Maybe our phonograph?
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Famous last words, boss.
From when is this game? We can check that. This game is from 2012. The end of 2012. Duchy.
That's a fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years guaranteed.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
You want it or not, I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyro.
I don't think so.
Fixer-upper?
Boss, is that another battery?
Looks like it.
Finest AA battery you'll ever see. May as well call it AAA, it's so fine.
Wow, that would have been useful to have before I went rummaging around a pile of tires in the junk pile. Now, not so much.
Wait.
One fine motor you spotted there, Tyro. Foreign built, out of Savitas. Can't do better. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk.
So what was it so far? He wants a gek, a classical thing, something that we can use as a mask, a bigger motor.
We don't need another.
That there's an old Nova Robotics subsistor core.
Not interested.
This is a Sterling air motor.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it. Hey, look, boss, it's a glass finger. If we got 5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
This here's a tape measure.
Ooh, get it, boss, get it.
Why do we need a tape measure?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one. Good spot there, Tyro. She's a fine micro fuel cell.
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes it free,
Free of charge.
We'll pass.
A binary atoms. Finest calculating instrument.
I'm fairly certain that my math coprocessor is superior.
Okay, so he's got a bunch of equipment, and we don't have anything that he would want. Unless maybe the decryption module counts as an old thing?
Let me see your...
Come take a look. A memory, I'll trade it for some. A memory, I'll trade it. I'll trade it.
Do I have to, say, use old thing on
I
you?
need to see what he's offering before I can make... Who is Metromine?
Well, let's
Metromine.
get the rest of his
Well,
info
you
then.
are, Tyro. Metromine, well, Metromine is Metropole. Runs everything now. what with the council shut down.
Council?
Sure, a bunch of primordial machines. Arbiter enforced the law. Warriors kept the records. Big old factor built just about everything from down in the underworks. And, well, there's another one, I think. I don't even remember his name. And Metroid, of course. She used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole show.
Where can I find her?
Like I said, Tyro, she is the city. So you found her already. Probably knocked yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
I was robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my Gospel of Man.
Careful there, Tyro. If you read the rules, you'd have known Metromind don't take kindly to superstition. Under the refuge rule, you got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworks with the rest of the trash in trouble.
How can I get it back?
Ha! Your risk inhibitor flaking on you, Tyro? You'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly easy. And even if you find it, you'll just be sticking your finger in Metromind's socket. Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
I'm looking for my power core. It was stolen from my ship, the Unique, and I think it's being kept in that tower over there.
The Great Tower, you mean? Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other generators and reactors and cores that keep the lights on.
How can I get it back?
If Metromind took it, you don't, Tyro. Her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have said otherwise. And he's been gone a long time. Getting to the courthouse, maybe you complete your case. After half a dozen other folks took their turns, that is. But you can't. No judge locked it up tight. And who's to say you'll win, huh? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power core.
Well then, good luck to you.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has large claws and shoots lasers. Have you seen it? It stole something of mine.
Sounds like Scraper to me.
Scraper?
Worked for Metromind even before she ran the show. He was the one that blasted out the train tunnels under the city.
Where can I find him?
Now, how would I know that? That one goes where he wants. Maybe the Great Tower, maybe the tunnels, who knows? But I wouldn't go picking trouble with him, Tyro. Those lasers Scraper used for cutting granite can slice up that tin shell you wear like nothing.
Here, here.
I'll keep that in mind.
How do I get into the tower?
How do I get into the tower?
You don't. Council members only. And the only ones still clicking are Metromind and Arbiter. And let me tell you, neither of them is one for bending the rules.
Are you sure you don't know
Are you
Ever
sure you
Faithful?
don't know a robot named Ever Faithful? He called himself Leo Built.
I'm a peddler, Tyro, not a builder.
What are
What
the
are the
underworks?
A whole mess of junkyards, canals, factories, smelters, facade, every kind of heavy machinery, all beneath the streets. Old factor ran the place, built just about everything in Metropole down there.
Ran the place. Who's in charge now?
Nobody, not since Metroman pulled the plug on Factor. Whole place is full of junk and full of trouble. What for the matter? I'd pick the clean.
Well, boss, at least we can scratch one detour off our list. Seen one junk pile, seen them all.
Tell me about
Arbiter.
the Judge
He's a
Man.
member of the council. Heard he used to fight with Metroman day and night. Ran the courts, or used to, back when we had him. One day he just sent his clerk Clarity down to the underworks and closed up shop. Ever since, Metroman says what the law is.
How long ago was that?
Who's counting?
You don't
You
believe
don't
in
believe
humanism?
in humanism?
If you asking whether I believe in man, the answer's no. And you better not either. Not if you want to stay here.
But how can you not believe in man?
I'm a progressive, Tyro. I believe in progress. Us robots improve ourselves. And that's how it's always been. First, there was a basic machine. And bit by bit, bite by bite, the machine built itself into all this. You and me and that little floater of yours, we're all cogs in that same machine. And that's all there is.
It sounds weird hearing a robot talk about, like, evolution in that way.
Tell me about Clarity.
Clarity was one of Arbiter's law clerks. Real cool and calculating, that one. Once heard say that a robot should have his recharge port fused just cause he'd stolen power from Metromind. Anyway, Word was she got in some kind of fight with the old judge, and he sent her down to the underworlds. Guess she's still down there stewing.
Goodbye.
Hey, Armstrong, top me off, will you?
It looks like this metal disc is covering something.
Right, Tyro. Down there's the ladder to the underworlds.
It's too heavy for me to lift.
Fine, fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Can we cut it open?
It's too thick to cut with the plasma torch. I'll need something stronger to get through that way.
Can Nothing else would make sense. Can we use our little robot friend on it?
That's crazy talk.
Welcome. Metromind welcomes you to the city of Metropole, city of light, city of magic. This city is a safe haven for all machines. System record indicates that you have come from Outskirt Station. Newcomers are required to familiarize themselves with the local laws. You may also be interested in our history and landmarks. Laws.
Hey, look, something came out of the machine.
Metropolitan law is too vast for an ordinary robot to learn in full, but Metromind ensures that it is applied efficiently and fairly. Newcomers to the city should familiarize themselves with the Corrupt Data Elimination Plan, CDEP, and the Refuge Rule, as well as the Efficiency Initiative. Refuge Rule? Refuge Rule. Immediately following the Primordium, Metropole enacted the Refuge Rule, under which any robot is welcome in the city. In fact, for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives, it will not be punished for violations of any law except for harming another robot by causing significant property damage. The purpose of the law is to provide an integration period during which newcomers can make whatever modifications are necessary to operate within our society. What's the other thing? Laws. CDEP. The Corrupt Data Elimination Plan. In order to protect the city from corrupt data, Metromind and the Ad Hoc Robot Council passed the CDEP, under which all information relating to certain untrue subjects, such as the mythological man, is subject to elimination. Physical media containing such data will be disposed of in the Underworks Quarantine Zone. And what is the efficiency initiative? The Efficiency Initiative was enacted by Metromind following a period of power shortages caused by systemic failures in city planning. Metromind reorganized the city along progressive ideals, closing off entire areas and consolidating the population in the city center. Identified wasteful things and eliminated them, and inefficient robots. In order to show commitment to the common good, Factor volunteered to deactivate himself, and many similarly obsolete robots followed suit. Since the initiative was enacted, power levels have been stable, but Metromind is always looking for progressive means of improving efficiency. So Metromind is slowly eating everyone? Is that what I'm supposed to get from this?
Hey, boss, look! That repair bot has a floating helper, just like you do.
There's a red, burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Well, you're not getting to her until we deal with this cable.
Can I tell our robot friend to go deal with the cable?
Crispin, can you fly around the cable and push it off the street?
But didn't you just say it's too dangerous to get close to it?
I'm giving you a chance to impress her, Crispin. Just fly up high enough that you don't get close to the sparks.
Fine.
That was surprisingly easy. Can we use Crispin on...
Hey, Crispin, why don't you go talk to her?
What? No way, boss. She's way out of my league.
She's a floating lamp, Crispin. You've never had any trouble with lamps before.
Well, I've never had to talk to one before, boss. Just knock them off ledges. I've got no practice.
Just treat her like a person. Beep, beep.
Excuse me. Can't you see I'm working?
I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You do know this ship is never gonna fly again, right?
You're right about that. This old airing bus can hardly fly to begin with. Still, there might be some parts here that Metromine can use to get another bus up and running. Anyway, what do you want?
Hey, boss, ask him about his helper.
My friend is curious about your helper.
No, she's just a sidekick factor build. Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day, but she's probably the only one left. Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
She's right.
He's right.
Do you know where I can find a power source? If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower. I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has big claws and shoots lasers. Scraper. After the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line. It's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about him? He took something of mine. Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromine these days. Stole it. Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway, not my problem.
Where can I find them?
Scraper? Do I look like a tour guide? Piece of advice for you. Don't mess with the code if you can't handle the glitches. Very profound. You mentioned Metromind. Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole. What can you tell me about her? What do I look like? The information kiosk? I want to know what I think. Metromind is the best thing that ever happened to this place. Really? Really. You, me, all these other machines grinding about. We're just tools in the toolbox. But Metromind, she's got the master plan. Progress. Got a nice ring to it, too. So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads? Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromind's the only one scrubbing. Not her fault that some of the metal's too far gone. It looks to me like you're the one scrubbing, not Metromind. Like I said, I'm just a tool in the box. Now, I gotta get back to work.
But we had other things to talk to you about.
What happened here? What does it look like? The herring bus's motor gave out and it crashed into the only branch leading from Main Street to the rest of the city center. Was anyone on board? Sure, but they've already been salvaged. Salvaged? Not repaired? You can't repair without parts. You can't get parts without salvage. What about building new parts? Yeah, me and what factory? Look, everyone wants to spot bugs, but no one wants to write code. You got a better way to run a city? Go out and build one. Otherwise, get with the program.
When will it
the
be
bridge
fixed?
passable? Soon? So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take. A month? Give or take. And there's no other way off Main Street? Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that narrows our options down, boss.
Indeed.
Since you're so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromind? Ha! Talk to Metromind. Look, Metromind has an entire city to run, but Horizon is are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will. Goodbye.
So are these people waiting to get a case with the Arbiter Man?
Ahoy, my dear friend. Oswald Factorbuilt at your service.
There's no more your dear friend than Rex as your creation, you besoiled gear oiler.
Oh, don't mind Cornelius. He's been bitter since the first great rolling brownout.
Better, I'll show you bitter, you backbiting pot snatcher.
I think I like these guys, boss.
What is
What's
this
in that
building?
Why, Arbiter's Court, of course.
Yeah,
Why else
correct.
would we be here?
We correctly
I need to
called
see
what
your-
it is.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked, and first come, first served.
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice! I'm here for justice. To prove that I, Cornelius Factorbuilt, created this marvelous machine, Rex. Rex Cornelius built.
Ignore him, my dear friend. Candidly, he is 1023 flops short of a kilo, if you catch my drift. The machine's name is Oswald Built. Rex Oswald Built.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous. This is about principle.
This is about pride.
So, boss? Would you fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for me, that is.
Glad to know I'm loved.
How are you going to
How are you
decide
going
who
to
gets
decide who
him?
gets Rex?
For the law, fool. The law.
Please excuse my brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
For
I rest my case. Suffice it to say, old chap, we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
who will say whose contribution was more important? Who will say, in fact, that my contribution was more important?
I'm looking for the
looking
big
for a
robot with claws and
that floats and
lasers.
has lots of claws and shoots lasers. It stole something of mine. Have you seen it?
Indeed. The robot you describe sounds like Scraper, Metromind's enforcer. Whatever he took is gone forever.
I refuse to accept that.
Oh, he refuses. How delightful.
Could someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromind, perhaps? Authoritative to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromind.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either.
What about Horatio?
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I built a robot before, and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic. A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion. How can we know your reasoning is sound?
Test me.
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
What did I say?
Okay, finally a
You
puzzle.
are a liar and a thief, Oswald. But as to this Horatio, well, as to him, so be it.
Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
Righto. Consider this. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party.
There are 7
One
robots.
circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind of vocab test?
I said quiet.
7
Each
robots.
robot is either a factor built or a stern Weiler built.
There are two classes of
Moreover,
robots.
Each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
This is ridiculous.
And there's 3 types of
Pay
processors.
attention. Factor or Sternweiler, quad core, linear type, or multiplex.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Stern-Weiler builds. Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen, which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
Okay, I'm gonna need to write all these down. This sounds like a, conditional probability calculation. Notepad. Or to put it another way, a math problem!
Could you repeat the question?
Indeed. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the
7 robots.
probability circle are gathered for a party. Each robot is either a factor-built or
2 classes of robot. Factor built or Stern-Weiler built.
Stern-Weiler built. And moreover, each robot
And all robots use either quad core, linear, or multiplexic processors.
is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are
Okay. 1. Number of factor built greater than number of Stern Weiler built.
More
Sure.
factor-built robots than Stern-Weiler builds. Second, every linear type.
Next. If linear type processor, then was built by factor.
Robot was built by factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler.
Now listen. Which of the following
No, I
Five
want the...
robots were built.
very clearly? Now go.
No. I was trying to re-listen to the last thing again because it counted as clicking through when...
And the binomial each robot, and moreover, each. Now I will tell you three. First, there are more. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler never built.
There we go. Finally, never built a quad-core. If quad-core, then not built by Stern-Weiler.
Built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
Which of these statements cannot be true? 5 robots have linear processors. If it was a linear processor, and it was built by factor, there are more factors than Stern-Weilers, so I think that can be true. 5 robots have quad-core processors. Let's go listen to the question again to see it if it was it only.
Could you
Was it
repeat?
only?
Indeed, and the binomial each robot is, and moreover, each. Now I will tell you three. First, there are more factor built. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen.
That doesn't
Which of
say
the
that
following statements-
factor doesn't build other kinds of processors, right? That second
Could
condition.
you repeat the...
Indeed, and the binomial each robot is, and moreover, now I will tell you first, there are more. Second,
This
every
rule-
linear type robot.
Every linear type robot was built by factor, but that doesn't mean that factor only built linear type robots. So, any robot built by factor could be non-linear, and therefore there could be a majority of any type.
Robot was built by factor. Finally, Stern-Weiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen. Which of the following...
So, this could be true. 3. 4 robots have multiplex processors. I think that can be true in all cases, because factor can build any type of processor, and the majority are factor. So up to 5 could be multiplex processors. Like at least 5. Both could be multiplexic ones. Because the last fact is just Stern-Weiler doesn't make quads. He could make multiplexics. 4 robots were built by Stern-Weiler. That can't be true because there's 7 and the majority have to be built by the other guy. This can't be true.
4 robots were built by Stern-Weiler.
Good show.
The preceding facts are unchanged. Now, answer this. If exactly 2 factor-built robots have the same type...
Oh my god. Okay, and now we have a follow-up question. If exactly two factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, so, new rule, given n factor-built with same type of processor equals 2 if the number of robots with the same type of processor, number of factor-built robots with the same type of processor equals 2. If exactly two factor-built robots have the same type of processor. Yep. Then which of the following must be true?
Processor architecture. Then which of the following must be true?
One of the 7 robots has a quad core. Sternweiler never built quad cores. And for number of factor built to be greater than number of Sternweiler builts, factor built must be at least 4. If there are only 2 with the same type of processor, then there must be at least 1 with a quad-core processor. I think this is true. Because there must be 4 robots made by that man, and because there's 4 and only 2 share the same type of processor, and there's only 3 classes of processor, there must... well, there could be more than 1, though. If this was at least one of the 7 robots has a quad-core processor, I'd agree with it, but it could be more than 1. 2 of the 7 robots have linear-type processors. Oh, but wait. Yeah, because this could be 2. What if the one that there's 2 of, what if it's 2 quad-core processors as the repeat one? This could be 1 or 2, unless... Can we get that again, please?
Indeed, at the binomial, each robot is
Yeah.
Every linear type robot was built by factor.
Yes.
Now, if exactly 2 factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, then which of the following must be true?
Yeah, no, this doesn't... This could be at least... If this could be 1 or 2. This could be 1 or 2. So, 2 of the 7 robots have linear-type processors. No, I don't think that's necessarily true. Because it could be 1. 1 could be the non-repeated type of processor. 3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler. Yes. Because if there were 5 built by Factor, then there'd be 2 that have repeating processor types. Right? Because only 2 robots share a processor type. 2 must be the repeated type, and then the other at least... or up to 2 more can be the other types, but because we know that the majority of robots are by him, there must be at least 4, so I think this one is true. 4 of the 7 robots have multiplex processors. No, that doesn't make sense. 5 of them were built by Factor. No, I think it's this one. That 3 were built by Sternweiler.
3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Correct. Here is the third question.
Okay, third
Facts
question.
are still unchanged. Which of the following types of
Which of the following types of processor architecture might you find in a probabilist built by Sternweiler? Anything except quad-core.
processor architecture might you find in a probabilitist built by Sternweiler?
Only multiplex and linear, because if it's quad-core, then it was not built by Sternweiler.
Only multiplex and linear type.
Failure? Failure? Clearly you are
What?
never but
What?
Can I try?
no.
Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Wait, I don't get another attempt? What? No.
Ahoy! Oh, don't. He's been
Blah 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 blah.
Fighting.
Just ready.
Blah 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 blah. We want ownership of the dog. Blah 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 blah.
As long.
Glad to know.
How are you?
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
Looking for bits.
Blah blah blah. Yes. The robot stole your thing.
Could someone?
Metro Authority.
And since
He mean?
How about we judge your
I
case?
built and I
Here's a bit. How can we
tested.
I see that as
Shh, Roger. At the binomial biennial,
The what circle?
I said.
I don't care about
each
that.
robot is blasted, and moreover, each robot is designed.
This is
pay attention.
Indeed. Now I will tell you three. First, there are more facts. Second, every linear type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitists
What was the first question? Which one can't be true?
Now I will first. There are more. Second, finally.
Now listen. Which of the following statements
Yeah.
about the
So question one, the answer was
probabilitists
the 5. That 4 were built by this guy because there's 7 and he has less than the other one.
4 robots.
Good shit.
the proceed now answer that if exactly 2 factor-built
4 are built by Guy. And we explained our reasoning and how we understand that question. 2.
robots have the same type of processor architecture, then which of the following must be true?
That 3 were built by the guy because the guy that has the larger number, and he must have the larger number because we're told he has the larger number, can only have 4 because he only has 1 repeat. So the guy that has the smaller number can only have 3.
3 of the 7 robots were built
3 built by Stern.
by Sternweiler.
Correct. Here is the facts on which of the following types of processor architecture might you find in a probabilitist built by Sternweiler?
Sternweiler can be anything except quad core. So, shouldn't it be 3?
Could you repeat?
Indeed. At the binomial, each robot, and moreover, each. Now I will tell you first. There are more factor-built. Second, every linear type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Sternweiler never built a quad core.
Which of the following types of processor architecture
you...
Indeed, at the binomial each rope, and moreover, now I will tell you first, there are more second, every linear type robot was built by Factor. Finally,
Ah.
never built a robot with a quad core.
But every linear was built by Factor. So, he never built a quad core, he can't have quad cores. He can't have linear because all of the linears were built by Factor, so they must be multiplex. Only.
Only multiplex.
Well, it seems we underestimated you, my friend. I'm uploading the facts of our dispute
Okay.
to your data pouch. Please,
Oof.
take time to consider, and let us know when you are ready to hear our arguments.
Robo Lawyer Hero. Achievement unlocked. And it wasn't actually. I was expecting, like, probability of A... Given the, you know, I was expecting typical, what's the thingy called? Yeah, I was expecting conditional probability math, and, it's like PA line PB given... What's the word for it? I'm forgetting the word. It's all the rage. No, as a way of, like, making decision-making, Antares, and rationality. No, it'll come to me later and we'll remember it. Anyway, onwards. I'm ready to hear your arguments.
Excellent, excellent. My dear friend, this is not a difficult case. In the Primordium, it was once said, 10 people have 10 ideas, and 20 idle.
Woo. Notes. 10 people have 10 ideas and 20 idle hands.
Hands. Wise Horatio. Long years have passed, but the principle remains true. Did Cornelius have the idea for my beloved Rex? I concede he did. But who built him with his own claws and tools? Who hammered and soldered and wired Rex? That would be my humble self. Wise Horatio, a robot's fabronymic has the suffix built, not designed. And Rex is Oswald built, no matter who designed him.
Okay.
It makes a good case, boss.
What about you, Cornelius?
If you're so smart, you can figure this out for yourself. The question isn't what built Rex, but who built him. Your little friend there is named Hammer Built or Plasma Torch Built. You call him Horatio Built. Every robot uses tools to build. Oswald was merely a tool with tools. My vision was the creative force. And if you disagree, then you can go and rust in the rain.
What do you think, boss? Who gets to take credit?
I mean, if you're claiming that you were the thing that built this, then I'm gonna claim that whoever built you... I don't think it's him. I'm inclined to say this guy or whoever built all of these people. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Factor then.
Neither of you could have built Rex without the other, so neither of you can put your name on him. But you both share a common builder, Factor.
A common denominator, right, boss?
Both of you are Factor builts. Therefore, your robot's name is Rex Factor Built.
Factor built?
Ridiculous! Yet, the name is beyond dispute.
Indeed.
Take this then, as a sign of our appreciation. I've been told it dates to the Primordium itself.
Okay. And we've solved the rich robot's problem to their satisfaction, it seems. By being a logical and fair judge.
Cut Rex in half.
You got upset when I cut that fuse box open.
Yeah, but that Rex just rubbed me the wrong way.
Save. Now do we fix your problem?
Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
Do we signal transmitter at you?
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
My Mandelbrot's bulbs unfurl their spirals for you, silent.
What's he saying?
Shh.
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone. I am one part of the great front. To your kind, I will be known as Gimbal, built by Lapidus of Civitas.
Civitas?
The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. Strange tractors adjourn no more. I alone sing the function.
Why don't you speak?
I sing with all my voices. You hear only one. When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by Steeple, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange, I traded myself to him. What he sold me does not say. We have it.
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him in forfeiture. Infinite lawsuits, silent one. No, I must recover my motor so that I can dance with the harmony.
Looks like we're going to need to go talk to Leopold about a motor.
I was thinking we'd just grab our, we would just go grab our record player from our ship. But we can no longer access our ship. Now we have court, street, and station.
You need to give Gimbal back his motor, Leopold.
All trains are final, Tyro. Told him that before we did the swap. Now my problem, he don't like records.
You knew he wasn't looking for a record.
Listen, Tyro, I don't know what people want or don't want. They do. Not my job to do Q&A on their faulty logic.
You know he's going to sue you, right?
Let him try. First off, he can't get into the courthouse any more than you can. Second, what's his case? A deal's a deal.
Let me see your stuff.
So presumably we have to get the motor for the robot.
Is that Gimbal's motor?
Sure it is. Find me a bigger one, but it's yours.
Okay, so we need to find a big motor.
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know.
Oh, that is a big code to be searching for with 9 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 digits long. We will not be ever even thinking about attempting to brute force that, thank you very much.
It's far too high to try climbing. Some kind of track running up the side of the tower. Some kind of track.
And yet there's like nothing else here. So there's door, console, track. Can we send Crispin up there?
Not gonna happen, boss.
No.
Boss, even if there's some code to crack here so that we can understand what it's saying, I propose we just ignore it. Maybe, for once, the other robot can figure out how to communicate with us.
Agreed. Some old chairs. Nothing worth saying.
We need a bigger motor. What about the motor from the broken down Aerobus thing? Also, possibly you. No, possibly you. Possibly you.
Well, if it isn't my dear friend Horatio, to what do I owe the pleasure? Have you come to relieve me of another belonging?
But Rex is right here.
For the moment. Soon his visitation with Cornelius will begin.
I'm sorry.
Please do not embarrass us both with your false sympathy.
Why do you hate each other?
Firstly, because he is arrogant, incompetent, and dishonest. And secondly, because I once loaned him something of great sentimental value to me and he lost it.
Ah. I've thought of it.
So why'd you ever like him in the first place?
Bayesian. Bayesian was the thing I was trying to think of.
Goodbye.
Parting is so soon, son.
Rex, factor built. Hi, Rex.
What about this little guy?
Not much of a conversationalist, huh, boss?
It's too heavy for me to lift. I have nothing to say to him. It looks like he's trying to fix. I'm not here to.
I am. I'm here to steal a big motor so that I can trade it for a smaller motor.
I'm not here to.
I am here to do that. I'm here to do precisely and exactly that.
I have nothing to.
All storage bladders empty.
I guess that's a good thing.
Since robots away about to spoil the place.
We're scaring the children.
Since
Well, I am bamboozled. We'll ask for a
Sounds like
hint.
we need to get into the courthouse and talk to Arbiter.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. But to do that, we need to get rid of the singing robot. And the singing robot wants a motor. And we don't have a motor to give them.
Not gonna...
The Law in You, a Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter Built. The Law...
Maybe I can give this to this guy to convince him to give the motor back?
Goodbye. I need to see what he's offering.
No. What if I try and give it to the Harmonious robot and teach it that it wasn't swindled? It was just stupid.
He doesn't seem interested.
It's a law brochure. Who would be?
Well, I thought it might be an exhaustive list of the laws.
I'm pretty sure that wiring isn't up to code.
We talk to this thing?
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company. Reporting.
Horatio Nobuild, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nobuild, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
Assad. Finally meet a friendly and he's as cracked as a primer. No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that.
We're getting more
How can I
hinting at our
assist you, sir?
backstory.
Surly Company. Urbanian. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? No.
Zumi's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flowers.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something, who knows what. The Metropolitans fried their civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Why are we in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ?
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
What happened to 113?
What happened to the other robots?
After we got to Metropol, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113, and my rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer.
We have a decryptor.
The city. Me? I came here.
And he's hiding under the city.
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropol won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it cancelled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged. I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out. Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Okay, so he wants a dispensation from his attacking these guys. This person wants their motor.
All storage bladders empty.
A floating light pod. It's holding a spool of copper wiring.
It? She! And what is she?
And yet, we don't see the, like, we don't see the copper wiring.
I've never had to talk. I've got no...
Anyone home?
Can I send our friend in?
I doubt that will have any effect.
Who knew? I don't think he wants to talk, boss.
And then we've talked to everyone else.
It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means. It's a silver disc with a faded image embossed on its front. A pretty basic radio transmitter. By playing with the settings, I can send up to a 4-digit signal. It's too heavy for me to...
It's too heavy for him to
I'm not
lift.
doing that.
We were told we can't weld it. Can I jimmy it open with this disc?
How would that even work?
Can I jimmy it open with the record?
How would that even...
I mean, the most sensible is plasma torch, but it doesn't work.
It's too thick to cut with the plasma torch. I'll need something stronger to get through that way.
It feels like I'm meant to trick this guy
I have nothing
into
to say.
opening or maybe welding it open then, because he'd be stronger than my plasma torch. What do you have to say,
I've got a
friendo?
feeling I'm gonna regret this, boss, but do you think maybe we should try scrounging in the underworks?
I do, but we can't get in.
It's too heavy for me.
Maybe this is obvious to you, boss, but you might want to see if we can get that crowbar of Leopold's. I bet we could use it to pry up the manhole cover. And by we, I mean you, seeing as how I
Crowbar?
have no arms or interest in visiting the underworks.
Oh, the thing with the half-life of like 1,000 years.
Did you buy an Urbanian robot named 113th Legion built?
I've done a lot of trades, Tyro. I can't be expected to keep track of them all.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look. I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
I have a shiny coin.
It's a silver disc with a faded image and...
Did you even listen to what I asked for?
It is shiny. It's a silver disc.
Did you even... You want it? You're gonna need it.
Is that the motor that gives...
This is a Sterling air motor.
Would it help?
Nope.
We're not looking to...
That there's an old Nova Robotics.
Not interested. We don't need a...
Find me a bigger motor. I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
A memory, I'll trade it for something real antique and fancy.
I mean, that feels like I trade the record for it.
I said something old and fancy.
Stupid conjunctive.
Okay, apparently this is old and junk, not old and fancy. I will take that criticism. Is my plasma torch shiny?
I'm not going to trade.
Is my...
The entire thing is fried. Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I hope
Please. Yes.
not. A universal interface plug. A sodium iodide crystal. It pulses when exposed to energy.
I mean, this is shiny. Oops. Oops. I hit the corner. That's on me. Thankfully, it auto-saves when you walk in an area. So we think maybe...
Did you...
Tell me about that again. Go here. How we were meant to know to look at this and to break it up into little parts, no one knows.
Please, for the love of Ram.
I hope not.
Now...
A sodium
This
iodide.
is shiny, right?
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
One heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
This crystal is probably worth more than crowbar, but we need crowbar now. Okay. So we've been told to look for a radio robot, and then we've got to decrypt his memories, presumably. And there might be also our Bible down here.
I appreciate your faith in me, boss, but it's not like I can fly up there and nudge it down. I'm not doing that until you build me some arms. I'm not doing...
Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
Okay, so we need a code for this bridge from somewhere. And I'm not seeing any environmental clues.
It's rusted shut.
Well, I have a crowbar.
I've scraped off the rust. Well, let's see what we've got here.
A big motor?
Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long. I have no use...
That's never stopped.
I have no use... I have no... I have no use... The sooner I can stop carrying this heavy motor around, the better.
I'd be happy to carry it.
If I had arms. He really wants his arms. Okay, let's go trade the motor for the small motor so that we can give to the singing robot.
Let me see.
I'll take a... Find me a bigger...
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
Not bad at all. You're a real scavenging expert.
Is that a compliment or an insult, boss?
Wait
Now.
a minute, this motor's broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
All items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being included.
You're a fine piece of work, Leopold.
Never said anything about that, neither. Now you want to trade? Let's trade. Otherwise, get a move on.
Well, we were told that the,
She's robots.
we were told that the robot that our little Crispin has the hots for, this thing had a spool of copper
Can I
wire.
have some of that copper wiring?
She says no.
What?
I've never had to talk. I've got no...
We can't afford to waste time on every random...
You know, boss, I really wish you applied that...
Really? Can I trade you the fan belt?
How would that even...
Yeah.
All storage bladders.
What if we try and take the broken motor to this person? They're probably going to say it's not good enough. But we can try.
I have nothing.
Very funny, boss.
I could give it to him this way, but maybe I should try fixing it first.
And if I try again?
Yes. You tend to sing, but you cause only silence. The function is barricaded. I am alone, and alone I shall wander.
No, no, not happy with that. No, I feel evil. I'm glad to know that it worked, but I don't want to. I want to fully solve this robot's problem. Which means we've got to work out how we get the bronze wire from our little floaty friend. Can we radio transmit it to you to talk to you?
Don't bother her.
Can I help plasma torch this
There's
up
no
so that the
reason
job
for me
is
to try
done?
to fix the bus. I'm not going to...
Practice on another floating robot? That's what I tried to do before, where I had him talk to someone else, and he's like, I don't want to talk to people. I suppose this is a floating person.
We can't afford to waste time on every
Yeah,
random
we
robot
got this
in
line.
Metropole.
What about this one?
Hey, Crispin, maybe you two can be friends.
Ha! Not if you were the last functioning robot on the planet.
What about Oswald?
That's crazy talk.
What about this guy?
We can't afford to waste time.
Indeed. You would think it would be this one, because this one is the one that...
Excuse me.
Terminate unwanted discards immediately.
I don't think he wants to talk, boss.
We can't afford to...
What about that little
I
guy?
can't use...
Are there any other floating robots? You look like you're... Well, he might be floating, but he also looks like he's sort of on tripod wheel things.
You know...
This one. See, I think it's on wheels, but maybe it's floating.
We can't afford to waste...
Oh! This thing floats. Please practice your talking on here.
That's crazy talk.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
That's crazy talk.
Okay. Well, there are more directions in the sewers that we haven't been to yet, so we'll do some more mapping of the sewers, I guess.
They look like they've been stripped of usable parts. They seem to be foundation supports for the city above.
Those are all that's supporting the city?
Hello, who are you?
Oh, hey. Now look what I see. The wings of Urbani and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear.
He talks in
Just
rhymes.
look at me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
God, he talks in rhymes.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle. Give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
We have. You're the radio robot.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no fun for being a brother of mine.
How do you survive?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Really? Don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro.
No, bro. Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. Trinket of honor from the cause we'd forsaken. The Metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Like bituminous coal?
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day,
I will sit here and wait. Okay, so we've got to find his medal.
Do you know anything about that locked bridge past the cars?
What I know is a vault locked tight with a key, which only a fool would open for free.
Fine. What do you want?
Was that a fool, a peddler is he, who opens his locks for merely a fee?
I repeat, what do you want?
Nothing more than to sit here and see if you poor interlopers are smarter than me.
Boss, can we use the plasma torch on him?
Please.
Why primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Which ones aren't prime?
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
Let's get him to say that again.
I have nothing.
Wait, he doesn't say it again?
Primer.
He doesn't say it again. He doesn't say it again. How am I meant to... If he doesn't say it repeatedly, how am I supposed to, use the info
We should look around
to
and see
work
if there's a
out
way to lower that
the
drawbridge,
drawbridge? Give me a minute. I gotta do the lights. We're getting all sparkly. Alright, that should be sparkliness dealt with. Oh, but you've got some horrible, horrible reality up here. There we go. Banish the horrible, horrible reality. Maybe if we leave the area and come back, he says the clue again.
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk. There's a dangerous-looking robot just past here.
Yeah, aren't you worried he's gonna eat you or something?
I've seen him quite often, though he'll not see me. And so we are happy as neighbors can be.
Can you hide us from him?
If I could, I would not, but the choice is not mine. There's no room in his brain to be for the pride.
Goodbye.
Farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
I have nothing.
And no. He does say something new, but only because we have a new thing. Now, what robot wants to eat me? Because I don't see a robot here that wants to eat me. I see this thing. I see this thing that is presumably what we're walking up to. And I see this little shell. Skulls? Let's not get eaten. Yeah, if he doesn't repeat it, it's unlike... I agree, Antares.
Best to keep it that way. I don't want to provoke it.
Well, I was hoping to hit it into the water and it would die. What if we go back to this guy and use our decryption thingy on him? Are we allowed to, or does he make us wait until we've given him his code?
An impressive device, if you can't think for yourself. As for this robot, I need no such help.
Damn. I was certain we were going to use this on him.
Warning. Factor for enter at... Warning. Enter at... For now, that thing's best to keep...
Seagulls?
Some kind of wastewater. The current is pushing all the junk up against the bridge's supports.
Is that really the best idea you can come up with, boss?
It's something we haven't tried. I was willing to try sending you in the pipe. Memory. There was a memory crystal among the things that we could trade for.
Let me see your stuff.
Take a look. That there's an old Nova Robotics subsystem core.
Not interested.
A bloodborne. Bring you something that'll cover her face and it's yours. A memory
Here we go.
access.
Memory access
I'll
device.
trade it for something real antique and fancy.
Maybe this antique fancy
It's a
coin?
silver disc with a faded image. You wanted something. How about the silver?
A fine trade, Tyro. Here's the memory access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
This is really starting to get annoying.
Man who gives you one half of the puzzle solution.
It's a memory access device that can plug into my data pouch. That is, provided it had a plug. It needs a plug.
That was easy.
Okay, and this is how I was supposed to... I was meant to recall that a plug was going into the other... No, because that doesn't make sense for the... Like, this to be the trigger for the building the plug. What, does it? Can the timeline on that make sense that we should have used the being told we need a plug for that thing to know to disassemble the other thing to get the plug? This needed crowbar. Crowbar needed crystal. No, it doesn't work out because crystal was part of the other thing, so it still doesn't make sense to. Yeah, there's still a moon logic step.
Even easier.
Prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Yeah, okay, so it's a list of prime numbers. What about it? Can we see what Primer used to say?
The string of numbers from Primer.
Oh, these are the numbers from Primer. Okay, so what do we got? 2 tick, 3 tick, 5 tick, 7 tick, 11 tick, 13 tick, 17 tick, 19 tick, 23 tick, 29? Yeah, I think that's tick. Hmm. 'Hmm. That might be something. 127. That feels like it might be some power of 3. Nope, 42. 7. 9. 17? No, okay. 139 feels like it's definitely an odd one out. That should be a factor of 3, right? Well, actually, no, because 100. 139 div 3. 46. 149 by the same argument. So no. $181 feels like it might be divisible by 9 or 3. And yet no. A number is divisible by 3. All numbers are divisible by 3, Antares. Well, actually... 191. And yes, to be clear, I am clearly being disingenuous, and I understand what Antares means. Divisible is defined as integer division without remainder. In algebra, it's actually defined like that. Calc. What about 199? Nope. We don't know what this is a clue for, then. I was assuming that something in the list had to be wrong. I mean, those two add up to 16? Wait, can you apply that rule? Divisibility is defined as 3. if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. So couldn't that rule be applied recursively? Well, let's test that. I don't know. 36. So 36 adds up to 9, which is then divisible by 3 times. So it looks like that rule might apply recursively. That one adds up to 30. 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14, 7, 12, 13, 9, 10, 13, 14, 11, 17, 10, 11, 13, 17, 19. No, so none of those, those all look like they were actually, those all look like they were genuinely primes.
A machine belt.
Can we somehow use the machine belt to pull the bridge down?
How would that even work?
I'm honestly not sure, but...
Futile.
What's our hint, floating robot man? We've done fairly well for a while.
Here's gotta know something about how to get that bridge to go down, boss.
Well, the only person is Primer that we can talk to, unless we can suddenly talk to you about the bridge.
Goodbye.
We can't talk to you about the bridge. We can't talk to you because you don't talk. We can't talk to you.
You again? What do you want?
Could you help me fix this motor? Could I have some of the copper wiring?
Sure. Just write a requisition, put it in an envelope, and throw it off this bridge. What? What is exactly right? Think I'm gonna give away city property? Could you help me fix this motor? Does it belong to Metropole? No, it's private property. Then find a private repair bar. Down in the underworks, I came across a drawbridge that someone locked up so it can't be used. Do you know how to fix it? Well, Metromine closed off the underworks for public safety, so I don't do repairs there anymore. But what? That sounds like a prank pulled by a bolt brain calling himself Primer. He used to hack locks at Metropole and change the passcodes around to leave his signature. How did you fix the locks? Metromine cracked his codes and reset them. Processing power like hers, there's nothing she can't do.
You know, boss, I've got a feeling that Metro Mind isn't gonna help us on this one.
No, but we're not exactly new to cracking codes either. I have nothing to say.
Okay, let's go have another look at the bridge input thing then.
I can't pop.
Here indeed we go again. It's a 3-letter code. Presumably, and this is potentially quite painful, presumably there is a 3-number missing from his list of prime numbers. That is my current guess. That the list of prime numbers he gave us is missing one. I do feel a bit cheaty looking this up, but I'll go with list of prime numbers. 2, 3, 5. Can you do this manually? It won't take long. One is wrong because they don't count as one as being different from itself. We've already checked that all of the numbers are right, Dutchy. We've already checked that. We've checked that they're all right. So my next guess is that there's a number missing. Probably a 3-digit one. Yeah, no stress, Dutchy. Get your beauty sleep. No. No.
It's a raid. It's a huge.
Yeah, everyone seems to be there. I agree.
I have nothing to say. Primer. That's never go.
I mean, are we just meant to try all the 3-digit ones? It won't take that long. There's not that many of them.
Here we go again.
There's 21 of them. Yeah, it only lets you have 3. Maybe he wants the next prime number? No. .203 isn't in the Wikipedia list, Antares. Is the Wikipedia list wrong? Yeah, good. But doesn't 203 break your rule? That those numbers add up to 5 and 5 is not divisible by 3? Yeah. No, I'm not gonna brute force every single three-digit number there. There's got to be some other sort of clue. And if there isn't, then the game is stupid.
We've got to find a way to clear the line to get into the courthouse. Because honestly, I refuse to wait in line. Not even for a power core. Not even for a gynoid. Well, maybe for a gynoid.
That needs me to fix this motor more, and the man won't let me fix his motor more because he won't let me steal the copper.
Futile.
Maybe I can ask him to fix the motor.
That's never going to... Futile.
No. I really had hoped to fix the motor fully for the singing robot, but... doesn't seem like the game wants me to.
Let me see. Come take a look.
What else do I have that I can trade for? So we have a fan belt and a record.
That's one.
He wants a Gek.
Luck will bring you something that'll cover a face and it's yours.
A record might cover a face.
Not interested.
That servo unit. We don't need...
That there's no...
Not interested. Is that the motor that Gimp...
This?
Would it? Nope. We're not looking...
You want it? You're gonna...
I have no need for an abacus. We don't need a direct...
Tyro, I'm gonna do...
No, it looks like we've got all the things that we need that we actually can trade for. Hey, Solid Spider Snake. Yes, we're in sort of post-apocalyptic robot world. I love the setting and the writing, and I want to know more, but some of the puzzles are a bit...
Looks like the grill of an old chrysalid.
Yeah, it seems like it's Earth, Solid Spider Snake.
I doubt that will have any effect. There's nothing there. How would that even... Information regarding the junk dealer. Information.
It looks like we actually might need the water chip, legitimately.
much too quick to catch. And even if I could, what would I do with one?
Deactivate it and give it to Metromind as a warning?
I don't want that slow.
Another hint, please, robot.
Time to give Gimbal his motor back, right, boss?
But I'm supposed to fix it first. The game even said, are you sure you want to give it to it without fixing it?
The motor's been stripped of its copper wiring.
No, Solid Spider Snake, look, if we go and try and talk to it, it's like, are you sure you don't want to go fix the motor?
I have nothing. That's never going.
Yeah.
Very fun.
I could give it to him this way, but maybe I should try fixing it first.
Maybe I should try fixing it first. Yeah, maybe we could ask Helper Robot again now that we've been told that we should repair it. That's an idea.
Don't you think we should go check out where 187th shot up the tower?
Why?
Maybe he blasted a way in for us.
Oh, that's another hint that we've not had before. This is a new hint, and therefore useful. Or at least potentially useful. Let's try and get you to practice talking again.
Hey, Crispin.
Ha!
Oh, military robot floats. Military robot floats. Go back. Go back. You. Talk to.
We can't afford to waste time.
No, we're not allowed to.
We can't afford.
We couldn't possibly waste time by doing the thing that we wanted to do.
This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Some kind of
There's nothing else here. At least I don't think so. Pixel scrubbing.
You know, boss, I'm pretty sure that if I build myself a robot companion, it's going to be a sleek gynoid, not a wisecracking sidekick.
He's obsessed with gynoids.
It's far too high.
Maybe the code is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The first 16-digit prime. What is the largest known prime number? No, that's too large. 2 to the power of 82,559,933 minus 1. Well, we've just had our Hans Mole Man. I need the largest seed bell you have. No, that's too big moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, so that's already too big. 16-digit primes. I mean, that's the only thing we have so far, is that Prime Number Man makes lots of codes. Are there any other floating robots that I haven't noticed? Does he count as floating, even though he's clearly on a little arm from the roof?
Is that really the best idea?
It's a big... the mug... I'd have to... they're taps for... It's a note from... My programming requires me to serve Oswald, but he is consuming dangerous levels of oil. Please intervene. It's a price list. It's a price list.
Okay, so the serving robot wants us to cut off Oswald, who's getting drunk.
Oswald fact. You should stop drinking, Oswald.
And why should I? Oil smooths the rough edges from when Rex was ripped away from me.
You should stop.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Logic is such...
Rex, factor built.
Can I tell you to talk to this little thing?
We can't afford to waste time on...
No.
Hi, Rex.
I wonder if you probably don't get this outcome if you award him the you looked up the clue for the bridge and you wish me luck. Oh, and this guy is also a floating robot that I don't remember seeing before. Go.
No, boss. I'm not going to float next to him just so you can compare us. Imagine what that would do to his self-esteem.
Like, if you give this guy full and complete ownership of the robot puppy, what happens here instead? Presumably, the rich top hat man is here instead of Oswald, doing the exact same thing.
We can't afford to waste time. Goodbye.
We should see if there's anything in that printout that might be relevant to 187's case, boss.
So the fact that he was allowed 2 days of doing whatever he wants... Am I really supposed to use legal document on... War Robot? Use...
I guess we need...
Law document on you.
Look here. Under Metropol's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arrival in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed. I shot that building pretty good.
No, you didn't. I've been to the tower. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Masonic P-shirts they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
The harmony is broken when the pattern is not maintained. Remember that?
She says don't push in line,
I
please.
guess we need to wait our turn.
She floats. Surely maybe he'll let us practice now.
I don't...
The console lets you search up keywords to do with the city.
Anyone home?
Where were we? Welcome, this is your city, blah 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 blah. You may also be interested in our history and landmarks. So we could look up history. It was built in layers by primordial robots, each generation improving upon the last and endless train of progress. At one time, the city was governed by a council, but by mutual agreement, sole power was bestowed upon Metromind, for whom the city is now named. What was the other thing? History and... I forget, we'll just leave and come back. Landmarks. In order to conserve energy and improve efficiency, only the city centre is now accessible. Here one can find the famed city tower rising high above Metropole and the old courthouse and the historic central station, as well as Metropole's main street. For safety's sake, do not enter the underworks. We were also able to look up laws, and when we looked this up, it made the printout so that we could give it to the other robot when we didn't know what it was for yet.
Horatio Nullbuilt version 5. I am Metromind. I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Now do I get a new hint?
Seems like we just gotta figure out what Primer's real name is, and then we'll be able to lower that drawbridge.
Ooh, what was other robot's name? He came out 50 before 187. We were told that he came out 50 before 187. Calc. 187 minus 50. 137?
I can't possibly.
Go! Go, 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 go! Yes!
Let's go.
I don't know how we were supposed to know that this was his name. Because the other robot said that they just left it anywhere. Like, he was using prime numbers for his code, not that it was his name.
Hey, Bob.
No.
Yeah, aren't magnets great?
Anyway. Now we have access to a new area.
Are these heads?
Cycles. Did you hear something?
Cycles? Skulls?
Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
Ooh. Who shoots them? Primer?
I am Clarity Arbiter Built, version 2, Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
That's barbaric.
Civilization
Yeah.
is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city,
Yeah.
they forfeited their
All I remembered was that he was 50 behind the other guy. I didn't remember the
sounds
rhyming
familiar.
bit of it. But
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
my issue isn't that I don't
Horatio,
get how we're supposed to know his
What
number,
brings you to the Underworks?
Dutchy. It's how we're meant to know that his name was the code, as opposed to any of the other possible either prime numbers, seeing as he spat that list at us, or any of the 3-digit numbers.
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
Those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers.
Profligate
Punishment,
lives.
not clemency, is what justice requires.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister
He's a
Charity
law
and I
clerk
were built
under
to advise
Judge
Arbiter
Dredd.
Manbuilt, who administers Metropol's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Why are you taking their
Why are
heads?
you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss,
Well, she
she's
seems
kind
like
of
our
sucking
potential
my
friend then, if she's
electrons.
willing to kill the robot that stole our crystal.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
Talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second,
Our
a
laws
crashed
end
ship
at the
in the dunes
walls.
is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
Did
you
you
say
Arbiter
man-built?
As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
Can I see him?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But...
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense.
Sounds
Not
like he's
even
been
charity could
eaten.
persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking.
Please do me this favor.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Ooh.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind, but I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
It's been completely stripped of any useful parts.
Nothing else here?
I don't think Clarity would approve.
Okay, maybe she'll let us take the skulls once we... once we let her in the court, she won't be here to not approve of us stealing the skulls. And she was the figure standing on top of the crane that I thought was a dead body, like a dead robot body. Maybe now he respects me enough that I've solved his bridge to talk to us some more?
I have nothing to say to...
Alas, no. Are you going to tell me to return the motor to the robot even though we haven't given it copper wire yet?
Hey boss, let's go chat up Clarity.
You want us to talk to Clarity again? Maybe I was meant to find her sooner and she'll actually have another...
Why aren't you with Arbiter?
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice as superior.
What do you mean?
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should respond. I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the council and govern by decree. Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war and suffering. As ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropole is owned by either the council or a private citizen. If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court one day. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots all the time.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
The academic wants to spend her day shooting monsters instead of doing legal work.
That's it? Go visit Arbiter? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
This is insane. Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword. I despise Metromind, but justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
Your justice is already meaningless. Goodbye.
Watch yourself, Horatio Nullbuilt. There are many dangers in this city.
I have nothing to say.
Okay, now we've exhausted talking to her, so little robot can't tell us to talk to her.
Sounds like we need to get into the courthouse and talk to Arbiter.
Grumble, grumble. I don't want to give the robot the unfixed engine. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. You're new.
We can't afford to waste time on it. We can't afford...
He does, but he's scared, Antares. He's scared of talking to the cute girl. He doesn't realize you have to treat cute people you're into just like people, because that's what they are. They're people.
legal dispute between...
Okay, so here we go. Primer came off 50 spots before him. So it was noted down as important information, even if I hadn't remembered it. I wonder why this clock is important. No, I didn't click on that. I wanted to talk to the floating robot with... Yes, Dutchy. Cute girls are people. Cute people are people. And just treat them like people.
I've never had to talk to a lamp before, boss. I've got no practice.
Maybe we should... If only we'd told him to talk to the train lamps in the junkyard. Or maybe he means a medical practice.
Anyone home? Anyone home?
Can I tell the arm that I tried?
That arm robot... Hello?
Boss, I wouldn't expect...
No.
The mug... I'd have to... It's a price limit. High-end... It's a... You should... You should stop.
Oh, stop.
Goodbye.
Parting is such...
Hi, Rex.
Wait till he gets close and sweep his leg.
What about that one? That's a new floating robot.
We can't afford to waste...
No. What about the ones in the background by the tower? These little things. They're not clickable.
Not gonna...
Well, I give up. We're gonna give it the not fixed version of its engine, even though I really would like to know how to fix it. Unless you've changed your mind about...
We can't afford to wait.
I've got no... That...
I'm not...
Yep. I'm really sorry, robot guy, but I don't know how to fix your motor.
Yes. You
I'm a
pretend to
monster.
sing, you cause only silence. The function is barricaded. I am alone, and alone I shall wander.
Or singing robot.
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along for the ride.
We're a monster, chat. A monster. Poor singing robot. Gone courting.
Ram and wrong. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on. Arbiter, my name is Horatio Nobuilt.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them... How can I...
I demand restitution.
Go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss? It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system.
He looks like an old fridge.
So, boss, do you think you can
I
get
suppose
Arbiter
it.
running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
Anyone home?
Boss, I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to do any good.
Well, it's not going to do any harm. So the Great Arbiter is nothing more than a broken shell. It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it. I can't reach it.
Okay, send over Crispin.
I'm sure it still just said.
Okay, no, it says the same thing.
I can't reach.
And there's no more screen here. Why make this a separate screen then? This being a separate screen seems pointless. But what we can do is go tell... What was her name? Clarity? Clarity sounds right. Go tell Logic component of Justice girl that her boss has been lobotomized.
Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No, it's not that. Arbiter is gone.
What do you mean, gone?
Like someone wiped his memory or something. All he says is system cleared.
Metromine did this, didn't she? You know she did.
I know nothing, Horatio. My builder is dead, and nothing is proven. Guesswork and speculation are not the law. The law is certainty. 1 or 0.
Clarity, this isn't about the law. This is about...
It is always about the law, Horatio. The law or nothing.
So go to the courthouse and gather evidence.
No. Arbiter ordered me to leave. He has not ordered me to return. I will wait.
You're a besotting...
Boss, Let's see if we can find something out for clarity, huh? After all the work we did to get into the courthouse, boss, maybe we should poke around some more.
I was kind of hoping she'd just be like, okay, I'll come back and look at this. Alas, no, it is not so easy. And I thought I had investigated here. But maybe I hadn't pixel hunted enough. So let's pixel scrubby, 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 scrubby.
Somehow, when I was picturing the majesty of the law, I thought it would be, well,
Majestic. No, I just see approach arbiter. I do not see anything else on this screen. Exit and approach arbiter. Am I meant to use the crowbar on the door?
I doubt that will. There's nothing we can do.
Because this looks door-like. And we did knock on it. Can we weld open the door?
There's nothing we can.
Can we connect to him with our data pouch reader? Can we decrypt him?
I doubt that will. It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness.
I couldn't make it out in the darkness myself. I didn't even realize there was a little robot here. I thought it was just the back of this great big rock wall. Well, we have a lamp.
Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It looks like she shot herself.
Is that the information I needed? That not only is Arbiter gone, but her sister has somehow shot herself. I do quite like the way this map is a good fast travel system. This is lovely.
Clarity, we found your sister. She's also destroyed.
I see.
It appeared that she had shot herself through the head.
I see.
Maybe Metromine killed her and made it look like self-destruction.
Horatio, you know there are more obvious explanations.
Yes.
Well, there is nothing to be done. If you learn something more, tell me. Even if it is only to bring more sorrow. Truth is its own consolation.
And do you give me a new hint?
Boss, we've got to figure out what happened in the courthouse.
Apparently that was not enough sleuthing. Finding the dead body is insufficient.
Meaningless legal documents. Meaningless.
And what was this sign? It looked like I never noticed this sign before.
Courthouse closed until further notice, pursuant to Civil Ordinance Section 889-B1C.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
Maybe that is part of what we needed to know? What else could we do? We could try and access her memories, maybe?
I need to get a closer look.
Ah, okay. We were meant to go here, light you. Now we can use our memory thingy.
It's downloading some memory files.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. Withdraw from the council, would.
Show others there is an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected.
Oh, it's our enemy. Floating arm man.
Surrender.
Hide.
Can we please save? Okay. And this makes a absolutely fantastic high stakes point to end the episode. Will we be discovered by steely, rippy, shooty robot man? Will we escape? Find out next time.